What's up guys? A few months ago I made a video showing you the best tips and tricks that I know of in Minecraft, and you asked me for even more. So in this episode I'm going to be dropping the best tips and tricks that I have for the Nether. Enough talking, let's get into it. Soul torches scare piglins away, but they'll still go for you if you're not wearing gold armor. You can throw gold at them, which will keep them busy for a second or two, but the brutes are generally a little bit more difficult to handle. For them, I recommend boats. Simple but effective solutions. Hoglins can be scared away with warped fungus, respawn anchors, and nether portals. They won't even be hostile inside of a trapped environment if there's any one of these things nearby. Now, you know how I just said you can throw gold at piglins? You probably knew that, right? And I'm guessing you also knew that they trade items with you in exchange for that gold. Well, I bet you didn't know how easy it was to make an AFK farm for these bad boys. All you want to do is build a 3x3x4 area, place a chest and then a hopper and a carpet on top of the hopper, throw down a dropper here, and make a little window. The window doesn't do anything, it just helps to see them suffer. All you have to do now is lure in a piglin, place a comparator at the end of the hopper, seal it up and place a block next to it, a redstone torch on top, and then another block on top of that to relay the signal. Done! Now, every time a piece of gold has been collected by a piglin and exchanged for an item, the redstone machine will detect it going through the hopper and send out another piece of gold, hence just keeping a vicious cycle. It's pretty sweet, eh? Speaking of loot, stealing loot from bastions is a pain in the backside. But did you know that you can just stick a hopper under the chest and collect them straight from the hopper itself, leaving the surrounding piglins and brutes none the wiser? Just don't hook that hopper up to another chest like I did, because that's just stupid. Finding netherite is another major pain in the nether. I found that the best level for finding netherite is between level 13 and 15, as there is a potential for 2 veins of netherite to spawn at any given time. You need 16 pieces of ancient debris for a full set of armor, and then another 4 pieces of ancient debris per equipment that you want to upgrade. Gold ore can be mined for nuggets. That's cool, we all know that, but did you know that if you mine it with a silk touch pick and throw it in a furnace, you will get a whole ingot? I didn't know that until I started researching this video, and I have wasted so much gold. Boats can be placed on lava for a split second. This means that if you're skilled enough and you practice this technique for a while, you won't have to burn yourself to a crisp getting from point A to B. This is more of an all-round parkour tip, but placing blocks, vines, and ladders when falling can save you in a pinch. I found this especially useful when traversing the nether. Additionally, throwing down a vine will save you from a long fall, similar to how water would in the overworld, but it is pretty difficult to get the timing right. God, I wish we had water here. Speaking of water, did you know that you can actually still place water inside of a cauldron in the nether? Pretty useful for putting yourself out when you're on fire, water bottles for your brewing stands in your nether base. When exploring the nether, bring a bunch of redstone torches or some other block that will help it easier for you to find your way home. Yes, it's a terrible tip, but it really does help, and I also kind of needed this tip to get me to 15 tips in total. Magma blocks can't be walked over by mobs, so they're particularly useful in fortifying your base, or just keeping unwanted mobs out. I normally put these around my nether portal to stop piglins going through into my overworld base. Additionally, if you crouch while standing on a magma block, you won't receive any damage. Organize and plan out the routes for your transport system in the nether. Set up a boat dispenser and save some ice by missing blocks here and there. Don't worry, you're not going to fall off, as long as you keep it in this kind of pattern. Use soul speed boots in the nether. I never bothered enchanting my boots with it before, but after doing some speed tests, it is easily one of the fastest modes of transport besides elytras. Things are starting to heat up now. When hunting for wither skulls, we already know to use a looting enchantment, right? That's been common knowledge for a while. But a smite enchantment is also something that's often forgotten about. It enables you to 1 or 2 hit a wither skeleton, which makes life so much easier. Also, keep your render distance low to help the spawn rate of the mobs as you travel through the fortresses, wiping out any other mobs such as blazes, skeletons, and ghasts along the way, and of course getting rid of the spawners to help spawn in the wither skeletons. Once you get all of the skulls, it is still possible to make a wither farm. Just head to the end portal, cover up some blocks just above the portal entrance, then clear out some space below ground underneath the portal, making sure you have a 2 high space. Find a middle block in the room and place down obsidian like so. Then place soul sand and then your wither heads. Take a step back and wait for the wither to jump up and explode, and then voila, he is stuck in bedrock easy nether stars. Finally, the last tip on this list, one of the most important areas in the nether is above all else. Literally, it's the roof of the nether. And surprisingly, it's still possible to get up here. I'll keep this quick and simple. There are a lot more in-depth tutorials and different ways of doing this, but essentially you have to find a block that has a Y value of 127. Pop some ladders up to the point where you are smooching face to face with that Y value 127 block. Aim somewhere around here and throw an ender pearl. Congratulations, you are now on the roof of the nether. You can build a portal and just travel from here, but how do we get back down? Well, before you go anywhere, place a torch down to remind yourself of where that Y127 block was. Make sure it is the exact same one that you just came out of. Throw down 2 pieces of obsidian right next to that. Then replace the torch for a piston facing upwards, with a piece of TNT on top of that. Place a piece of TNT to the left of the obsidian with a lever above it. Throw down a trapdoor and use it to make yourself go prone. Now here comes the tricky bit. Hit the lever and then shuffle over. Place a piston at this exact spot on the obsidian block at the exact moment the TNT goes off. The best way to do this is with an auto clicker or just by spamming the place button. When she blows, you'll find that underneath the piston is now a hole leading to the ladder you placed earlier on. Bada bing, bada bong. This one can bug out sometimes, but it does work and it is the easiest way to get through bedrock. So that wraps up pretty much everything for today. I hope you've learned a thing or two that you didn't already know about the nether, and if there's anything else you'd like to see, be sure to let me know. If you're able to hit the like button on this video and subscribe for more content like this, as well as my amazing SMP series, I'd love to have you as part of this community. I love your faces, you're beautiful, you're amazing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.